That would be absolutely terrible.
In the top right part of the map, we have our blue Terran player. It is none other than Zrqkyvx, currently tied at this point, 1-1.
On the bottom left, we have our green Zerg player, holding off exquisitely last game. It is Ottr. Made a good comeback, I think. It was very, very well done.
Yeah, it was extremely well held. I mean, yeah, and it's one of those things too that it might have actually come down to her losing that hatchery. Sudden burst of broodlings to help out the army, and then the lings coming down. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely with the Marines, no medevacs.
I've seen pros lose that way. I remember back in Control, when he was playing a lot, he actually got knocked out of a tournament because he did that in a big fight.
Huh.
Broodlings suddenly all over his army. He couldn't get away from the Zerg. Everything died. And I was like, holy crap. That's apparently a bad thing to do in the middle of a fight unless you really plan on running away.
Yeah, I would imagine so. You don't want to face roll into a couple broodlings. They only last a few seconds, but they can totally destroy your life.
I am overplaying it a little bit. I mean, it's not going to happen every single time. Usually killing the hatchery is more damage, but if the fight is really close, it's not such a good thing.
A little bit of a nice edge there. So, we got typical hatch before pool here. And Zrqkyvx grabbing a gas.
Let's see here.
Going for Reaper.
Yeah, this is basically just being more scouting oriented. And this is something you always have to be worried about. You cheese the other guy, and now you're paranoid about being cheesed.
Yes.
This is where mind games can work against you a little bit, because that is not what Ottr is doing. Ottr is totally hatch first again. Just playing the macro style, and bizarrely enough is going to be slightly further ahead as a result, as long as she doesn't take too much damage from the Reaper, which is not unheard of, unfortunately, at, well, basically below gold. Well, at gold as well. I sometimes take too many hits from the things, too. So, it does see it with the Overlord, though.
Yep, so she should. If she caught it, she knows it's on its way, so preparations can be made. There are a couple things on the way now, so...
This Reaper is going to have free reign for a bit. The only way you can prevent really losing stuff in this situation is you take the damaged drones and start building stuff with them. Building a simulator, turn on other units, and she pretty much has to do this for... how much we got left on this thing? Like maybe 15 seconds or so? Of course, that's one thing you can do. The problem is the Reaper can kite everything in the game really easily.
Except every single drone on your mineral line.
Well, that's not supposed to happen, but that's okay. That's really good for the Zerg player,
That worked out fairly well, yes. I have to agree. Zrqkyvx getting his own expansion behind that scout. He should be set up to support his play style here on 2 bases. Also dropping a factory to find his front barracks.
And bizarrely enough, he actually didn't... Did he even see the creep at the natural? No, he didn't. He has no idea that natural's there. He can probably guess that it is, but that's a little rough.
All it takes is 1 scan. He's been using the energy efficiently on mules, however, so doesn't have one available yet.
Yeah, he's pretty much operating under the assumption that the expansion is there, which is, it's totally safe to do that. I mean, not exactly a lot of one-basing Zergs anymore.
Right.
But that's what's going on down there. We have Hellions coming out next from Zrqkyvx. This is going to put on a lot of pressure if he decides to go with this. It's very good for map control, obviously, and probably particularly good against anybody who's going for a fast third, but that's not happening here, so we'll see how well it turns out.
Yep. You also got a starport on the way, so there's the option for Hellbat drops if he does get the transformation servos upgrade. And Ottr content to drone up. Get our economy started. All
Interesting.
All gases are full. Yeah, we don't see any army out yet.
We have a starport going on to a tech lab. And there are really only two reasons you ever do this. And yeah, Banshee's definitely one of them. The other one is in TBT, they'll grab a Raven from time to time. So good opening involving those things in order to give you detection against opening Banshees, which is apparently really good in TBT, judging by the fact that it happened in every other game today.
Oh man, you saw that game between Yoda and MMA. That one, game one was ridiculous. It was just air versus air, Ravens battle cruisers. Oh, I love that game.
That was so intense, and you could tell he was falling behind a bit, just from that, because like the exhaustion from that game.
Yeah,
definitely was affecting him, especially with the following two games. He get a nice little comeback there, almost though.
It was so good. I was so happy with the games today.
I remember MMA being a big name when I started watching StarCraft in the JSLs. Oh, that was like, it was 2-3 years ago. Like, it's amazing how long the guy's been playing.
Right. He's so successful too. Very good at what he does.
So the Hellions are moving around the map. Haven't quite gotten to the base yet. We're looking at 47. Yeah, there's really only 4 queens out right now. These Hellions can't really do a lot to the queens. They can harass a little bit any attempt to spread the creep, but I think once you get to this point in the game, they really shouldn't end up doing too much damage unless the Terran player wants to take some serious risks.
Right. Banshee Cloak is finished as well, so he can run into the main base and wreak havoc. There is no detection, no spore crawlers, no overseers, and gonna run up here with his Hellions into the natural.
This queen's falling back a little bit. We join up with the third queen. And this should kill that. Oh, nice transfuse, keeping the queens alive. Gonna kite back the Hellions.
Oh, one queen stuck pathing.
Kind of glitching out right there. The thing is, though, even if one queen does fall, this is pretty successful hold here from Ottr. It does shut down. Whoa, hello, Banshee. This is kind of a bigger problem, and namely that all the anti-air is now over here.
Yep, drawing the queens away. He has free reign over the main
base. Going to lose his Hellions for free, and he's actually not microing that Banshee right now, so Zrqkyvx missing a very large opportunity to get some work done, so he's going to fly back over to... well, Cloak is now in play, and here comes a bunch of Marines! Uh-oh. The queens are dead, there's no anti-air now with the army. There's a lot of links coming out. 54, that'll be able to nail down the Marines no problem. Really need some static defense right now. And it looks like she's just going to opt for having very fast mutas, which will also kill this.
Right, Feudalist to be good. 54 Zerglings on the way.
54 Zerglings going to see 10 mutas started. Well, 4 mutas, because I guess Larva's not quite there for that. Having it all been poured into the Lings, which are going to completely obliterate the Marines. And this is the part where you just run back to his base with them, because, I mean, at this point... Oh, there's Widow Mines. Kill the Widow Mines. Come on.
Gonna get intercepted here?
Ah, there's no speed with the Lings. And there's a lot of dead Lings, but there's still more Lings left, and they're actually drawing the Banshees back.
7 and 12 kills on each one of those Widow Mines there. The Banshees are going to continue to poke at them.
And this is great for Ottr. She absolutely does not want those things in her base right now. There's only very minimal defenses for it, and there's no detection, so they can recloak and just get back to work. But it's just still none. Yeah, she does have the ability to grab an overseer now. Ah, there they are. Good. Okay, so there is detection back home, but real awkward situation, kind of for both players there. Did get a hatchery for his trouble though, which does put Ottr back a bit. He should retake that soon. In fact, I would actually really like if Zrqkyvx would just take one of these mines, plant it over there, delay that attempt to get that 30, but a little bit longer. But I'm not seeing that. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, there you go, Zrqkyvx. Put it down.
Yep. What am I camping the third there?
Now this Widow Mine, on the other hand, is going to discover why this is a bad idea. And he dies. Well, so maybe, I don't know. Is he really alive? Does it even have an AI? Can we even ask that question? Or is it just a robot that shoots missiles? I don't know.
That's okay. We'll reformat him when he gets home. Blue screen.
Well, Zrqkyvx looked at that and went, no. And he's going back to his base. Probably worried about the potential harassment that can fly over anytime soon. By the way, Mutas, there they are.
Ooh, too many
Really,
Marines.
really needs to get away, though. I don't think really wants to fight with this directly. Wait, does she just have too many Mutalisks?
Wow.
What? Well, this is incredibly bad for our blue Terran right now. He's got basically nothing to deal with this. Needs some Widow Mines, I think, actually, to kind of even the score. The Medivacs are about to go down, which will make the Marines that come out even less effective. Back home, we have upgrades being produced. We're not really seeing much else. It looks like we have actually kind of a little bit of staring syndrome from our Zerg player, not really getting the macro down behind this. But of course, to be honest, if you kill every Marine that comes out and you stop every missile turret from coming up, then it doesn't really matter.
Oh man, shutting down each one of these missile turrets as they appear.
So many losses as well.
12 workers, 13.
Just keeps going. 9 more Mutas coming out. He's desperately trying to get up any missile turret he can. He's going to finally construct one, but she's decided that part of the base is not as interesting as the part of the base with all the workers on it. And they're getting obliterated.
Wow.
Now moving over to this base.
Worker carnage up to 16.
2 Marines, 3 Marines right there. Again, not probably going to win that fight, but she's kind of ignoring them almost at this point. Just saying, I could just kill your workers and then it doesn't really matter anymore. Oh, this is brutal. Here comes 2 Widow Mines, and that's a little bit scary. She should probably try and get away from those. Nope, she's going to kill him. That works too. Kind of hovering in the range of this missile turret a little too much, but thing is, there's still 13 Mutas, some of them having just hatched.
Widow Mine almost intercepted the entirety of those.
It does get one of them. Damages the others very slightly.
All in all, though, 26 total workers lost.
Zrq needs to kill Ottr now. If he waits too long, Ottr will have an overwhelming number of Mutas, and he will not be able to catch up because, yeah, he's got 24 workers against 45. He's essentially on 1 base right now. Mutas help a little bit, but okay, this engagement might be the start of a comeback for Zrq. Engaging next to a missile turret like that is really, really nice. If you can make it happen. There's not missile turrets everywhere over here. In fact, you should probably just go home and build up an army. No need to do any more damage. You've already crippled them.
Right. There's a huge bank, so she could easily just flood Zerglings or something. Compensate for the ground lack there. Still got some tunnel vision. Haven't seen any macro pop on the production tab yet.
No, and this is real common. I have to say this is also one of those things that, again, is why I would say Zrq definitely doesn't belong in bronze, because this guy is pretty good at doing some macro while he's playing, like around the rest of the map. And it's tough for anybody to do that. Even if you can just get as far as gold and still run into people that have problems with that.
Right. Now that his army
and
is
I'm only
away...
saying that from experience. I'm sure it's much higher than that, because you still see problems with it. But yeah, now he's losing production structures, and this really hurts. And yeah, and it's drawing him back home. This is perfect for Ottr. She just needs to keep him on this side of the map.
Ouch.
And at 3rd base, I'm not really sure how much I like this. Actually, he invested a lot of minerals into that rather than army. And we got 2 more bases coming up. Ottr knows what she needs next. Just to extend that lead.
Zrq rushing forward here. Gonna try and get some work done while he...
There's a Medivac with no energy here. These Marines are gonna die so fast.
Wow. Flyer attacks.
He's gonna kill the hatchery, but it doesn't really matter too much as there's another one on the back. That Widow Mine is still there.
Wow.
And now there's a bunch of really juicy looking Marauders just kind of hanging out over here. Oof.
Raining from above. They're so slow too. They're gonna eventually die. Little misclick there.
Does have another group of Marines out and ready to kind of get some work done. But Ottr is not coming forward. Doesn't look like it.
Ottr cleaning everything up there.
Pulling back. More Mutas coming to join the fight.
7,000 in the bank. Minerals. Woohoo.
That is a lot of money.
Oh man, she's got 32 larvae. That could be so many Zerglings right now just to put the nail in the coffin here.
I don't think I really mind the idea of focusing a little bit more on making sure the Muta production happens first. But yeah, really could augment this army with some Lings. Would probably be enough to just kind of shut things down. She's going to kill the other... Oh, she's kind of trapped right here. Needs to move.
Try and careful about the flank.
Actually fighting the Marines. Whoa, yeah, that's not good. Splash damage from the Widow Mines is enough to actually almost obliterate the entire Mutalisk flock. 6 of them get away. It's like 18 Mutalisks.
Oh.
Rough.
Yeah. Total 39 mutas lost this game.
I think we're seeing a little bit of a kind of shutting down because I thought I won thing going on here. This is not going to stay that way for much longer. 12 more Mutalisks coming out. And again, like you said, there could be a ton of Lings going on with this as well. And I think she's going to need that because this army is coming across the map, and there isn't really a lot here to deal with it. Also, those upgrades are starting to kick in.
We got 1-1 on the bio units here, and a 1-1 flyer. We got a couple spore crawlers.
Okay. Interesting. Some of the Mutalisks not engaging. There we go. Brings them forward. And the thing is, there's no Mutalisks with this group. I mean, no Mutalisks, no Medivacs with this group of Marines, so they kind of just die real fast. Ugh. Still no... Does he have combat shield? He does have combat shield. Okay.
He does.
Never mind. I was about to say something very false.
Very false.
Very false.
That's as false as you can get.
Oh, Ottr's starting to fall pretty far behind, actually, economically. 36 workers to 39, but a lot of these workers are just compiled into this single patch in the main. Needs to spread some of those out. The thing is, of course, I mean, in terms of mineral income, she's probably got more than she needs right now. That's really not the issue. But getting more larvae, getting another hatchery, would probably be another hatchery or 2 or 3 or 4, in fact.
Right. Even a macro hatch in the main base would be perfect. Just get that larva running. And Zrq taking a forward position. He's getting a 4th base now, full of mules.
This is... the rocks are still there in between these 2 bases. Make them very difficult to defend. The gold has been discovered. I'm not really sure I like this move out from Zrq at the moment, but it probably will be totally fine because there isn't additional mutas out yet.
Right. He really needs medevacs. These mutas have kind of countered him every time just because he can't heal his units up.
Nope.
Plenty of mutas here, waiting for the push, inevitably. And he's going to run up the ramp and probably hit the same Mutalisk wall. Yeah, I'm going to take down these rocks, find a center path through.
Supply is starting to really favor the Terran, though. Like, and +2 attacks is going to be done. That actually might be a little too much this time.
Yep.
Especially with those Widow Mines there. If she floats over the entire army and takes that fight directly.
This is definitely very scary, especially if he decides to engage over the Widow Mines.
Yes, if he pushes too much further in, or if he tries to fight down by the space, doesn't move the Widow Mines with the army, which he's not having that problem at all. Interesting. He's trying to... Was he trying to set up like a trap right there?
Look like
nope. Never mind. Just a pathing error.
Stim in. Take this base down. Here come the Mutalisks. Ooh, and these Marines are shredding.
Yeah, the thing is, though, each time this happens, this is very bad, actually, trading-wise, just for the Zerg. You're throwing away a lot of gas for killing minerals, essentially, which, over time, will tend to work in these Terran's favors, but in theory, anyway, and truthfully speaking, he's producing primarily mineral units anyway.
Marines are very cost-efficient. As a Protoss, we know this.
Back, gotta get away with those Mutalisks. They cannot fight that army right now, but 76 Lings are coming out. We'll see if that's going to be enough.
And Ottr GG's?
That's a rough one. I feel like she probably could have had that game. Went a little... Probably should have had that game, in fact. I think those average unspent resources probably tell most of that story.